This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
You all have been together, you've been dating for more than a year now, and you're having your first child together, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. Mr. Stoltz, you're here because you think your relationship is in danger, and you're here to prove to your girlfriend that you're not cheating.
Yes, Your Honor.
How are these allegations of cheating affecting your relationship?
Arguing, bickering back and forth, me constantly feel like that I'm on trial, in my own home.
I noticed from the court papers there's a 14-year age difference. Do you think that has some interplay with what you're dealing with over the last year?
Yes, Your Honor, somewhat. I knew that was going to play into it at the beginning. I knew there was going to be some time there that I'd have to deal with certain, I'd say, like immature things.
Miss Winning, I'm watching you, and it almost seems like you're agonizing with what you're dealing with and your hope that your family is going to be able to move forward.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Tell me, it wasn't always like this. How did you guys meet?
We met on an internet dating site. I seen her pictures, and she looked like she took care of herself, like she went to the gym. She turned me down for months, I want to say, until I posted some pictures after I got done at the gym, and she liked them. And
Well, we've seen some of the gym pictures in the court file. I know why she was smiling.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, you got guns. I checked that out. Is that what got your eye? You saw the guns too?
Of course.
Yeah.
But you turned him down at first.
Because I thought he was dorky. I mean, he wasn't my type.
I don't know. He's kind of cute.
Well, now he is.
So you're responsible for that. You turn that around.
Yeah, exactly.
A good woman will do that for you. Ain't that right, Mr. Cutler?
A good woman will do that for you.
All right.
But you're not saying I was dorky, are you?
I wasn't saying you were dorky. You were a work in progress.
A good work in progress.
A good work in progress.
Okay.
I came along and added some nicer touches.
You're taking a lot of credit for that.
Yeah, it was me. I own that, yeah. I mean, you were cute. You had a cute thing working, but you needed...
Including the guns, right? Including the guns, right?
Let's just move. I don't think we should. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there.
Guns. All right, Miss Winning, when you first met in person, what was that like?
I thought he was attractive. He looks better, obviously, in person than the photos. So I decided to give it a chance.
All right, well, who said I love you first?
Oh, that was me.
That was you? Tell me what happened. Tell me what
I believe
that
this
looked
when
like.
we were sleeping together, and I think I had a few drinks.
So you all together, you say I love you, but you don't regret saying it, do you?
No, I don't. I think that actually came from somewhere inside that I really did. Something did click when we first went out. Our personalities just complement each other quite a bit. She's my other half, I believe.
It sounds like it was a very sweet beginning, but now she's accusing you of cheating.
No, Your Honor, it wasn't. It's always the cheating thing has always been there. That's not me. I'm in it for the long haul. Hopefully, once this is all said and done today, we can start a clean slate. And like she's carrying my child, so I'm hoping once this starts, we can kind of start fresh and start our family.
So go ahead, love.
You say you're in it for the long haul.
Yes, sir.
So you're here to save this relationship.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell Miss Winning, tell your girlfriend how you feel.
I feel frustrated with being accused of constantly talking to other women. I love you. You know my feelings for you.
But you got other girls' numbers. How does that make any sense?
With the one girl's number I got was on a bet. You bet me I couldn't get her number while we were at the bar.
Okay, Miss Winning, tell me what happened. About this number. What is this? You said a game, a bet?
Yeah, she bet. She said we were.
Hold on, let me get it.
We were at the bar. We had a few drinks, and he's a little cocky. So I told him to go get the bartender's number, and he decided to go get her number and prove me wrong, and he did.
Okay, so let me make sure I got this straight. You all are having an evening together. You're at the bar. You had a few drinks. And he's like, I can get her number. You're like, no, you can't.
Right.
You can't. And you put a bet to it.
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
And he won because he got her number.
He won and then left it in his phone.
Right. And but you gave him permission to get the number, right?
I did, yes.
Okay.
But I think the rule of this is you get the number, you don't keep the number, right?
No, you don't. You throw it away.
So he got the number, put it in his phone, and you found it.
Yes. And then he ended up calling her later down the road.
All right, Mr. Stoltz, did you get this number and keep it and call it?
I did get the number. I never put it in my phone. I wrote it down on a piece of paper. And the next morning I found it and actually showed it to her, and she flipped out, threatened to leave. And I don't know if she might have even left that day, and maybe that's why I put the number in my phone.
Wait, you were supposed to throw the number away, right?
Yes,
and so you
I was,
kept it till the next morning. So let's call that mistake number one. And then when your girlfriend got mad about it, you then put the number in your phone.
Were you using it as a backup number?
I wouldn't say that.
What would you say?
I didn't know what she was going to do at the time. I don't know if she was gone for good.
That's a backup.
You know.
Everywhere I go, that's a backup.
So, Ms. Winning, that's why you think there's something, because not only did he not throw away the number, he kept it in his phone.
Yeah.
And you think there's something going on with this woman because he kept this number.
There's more to the story, obviously.
Okay, well, what's the more?
I was at work, and my friend texted me and said, your boyfriend's cheating. And then sent me a video of him at a bar with this girl, and this girl grabbed his crotch.
Okay, is this the video that's been submitted to the court?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna take a look at it. So that's Mr. Stoltz in the blue. And so she grabs his arm, it looks like, and puts his hand in his crotch. It looks like, okay.
She grabbed my arm, like you said, and I can't even remember what that conversation was about.
You can't remember a conversation where a woman takes your arm and grabs your crotch?
No,
that would stand out in my mind if that happened to me.
She's not important to me. I didn't.
That happens to you all the time. See, well, when you go to the gym, you got guns and everything. I guess that happens to you all the time. So it doesn't even stand out in your mind.
But did you know her? Because that's a pretty familiar.
That was the first time I'd ever seen her.
Wow, she's bold, because that's a pretty familiar,
gesture.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, Mr. Cullen, if a stranger grabbed you like that, she'd have some splaining to do.
If a stranger grabbed me like that, she would have some explaining to do to you, to me, and I will remember the conversation that goes with it. So, Ms. Winnie, you get this video of some strange woman grabbing his crotch or in his crotchal area.
Crotchal?
Yeah, we're gonna make that up.
Okay.
Crotchal, we're gonna make that up. In his crotchal area. You get this video, what do?
I broke up with him.
Oh.
And
did you call him?
I called him the next day like an idiot, yes.
Oh, you called me that night, flipping out on the phone.
So you called him and flipped out. What did you say to him?
I told him it was over, and I said that that's basically cheating if you're,
and we've been
some
dating
girl's grabbing your junk. I mean, that's messed up.
What did he tell you happened?
Well, he didn't think I had the video. But
So did he deny it at first?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
so you denied it at first. No, it didn't happen. No woman touched my junk. And then she sent you the video and you busted.
She called before this video even was taken. She called and said she had a video of me grabbing some girl's butt, and I said, you can't, because I haven't.
Okay, but whether you grabbed the girl's butt or some other girl grabbed your crotchal area, that's still inappropriate.
Oh, I agree. That video looks horrible.
Obviously, he cheated, and he just doesn't want to admit to it, so. There's other things going on. I mean, I found a picture of his ex in his phone.
How did you find this picture of the ex?
Well, he was in the shower, and I decided to grab his phone.
Okay. Do you have a picture of your ex in your phone?
I believe she had sent it through an app in my phone, and I hadn't even opened that message that she sent. And the way my phone was set up at the time, regardless if I open it or not, it dumps whatever picture someone sent me into my gallery.
Okay, but your concern is that there's still something going on if she's sending pictures.
Right.
Because why would you send your ex a picture unless you have a reason to?
Right, Your Honor.
Unless it's not your ex, it's your soon-to-be current.
Or it may be your current and your current. You got two currents. Yeah. Have you found any other, not just the ex, but have you found inappropriate pictures of women on his phone?
Maybe some things off the internet, but what guy doesn't have? Yeah.
Let me ask you, Mr. Stoltz, have you sent inappropriate pictures of yourself to any woman?
No, Your Honor, I haven't. I don't have a reason to cheat on her. Look at, she's beautiful, she's young. I would be foolish to cheat on her.
And she's carrying your child.
Correct.
Okay. Well, what we have here, Mr. Cutler, is a beautiful young mother-to-be who is worried that her beloved is cheating.
And he's trying to save this relationship.
And he's trying to save the relationship.
To get to the bottom of this, the court has done a full investigation of these cheating allegations, and we have the results of that investigation. Ron, would you please escort into the courtroom our cybersecurity expert, Mr. Gregory Evans?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Evans, how are you today?
Fine, yourself, Your Honors.
Good, it's good to see you. In this case, you were given the task to search Mr. Stoltz's phone for any evidence that he's cheated.
Yes, I did. I did a full forensics on his phone. That means I went through and looked for all deleted text messages, emails, pictures, videos, as well as a social media search.
Were you able to find anything?
Definitely.
Okay, tell us about that.
As I was searching through Mr. Stoltz's photos and videos, I came across this picture here that I found very interesting.
Oh, boy.
This is a picture of a man's private parts, up close and personal.
Is Mr. Stoltz, is this you?
That's me.
Well, congratulations to everyone.
Okay.
Are you familiar with this photo?
Yes, I am.
This was not sent to an ex.
I hope not.
No.
No, it wasn't,
Okay.
Your Honor.
All right. What else do we have?
Well, Your Honor, going through my notes, I did find one video that I think that you guys need to see, but I think you might find this very, very interesting.
All right, where was this video found?
That was found in his downloads directory, which means he would have had to download it to his phone. So that means it came through his emails, a browser, or he downloaded it through like a Facebook or something of that sort.
All right, so let's play this and see what we have. All right.
Okay.
This is a video of, again, a very up close and personal shot of a couple having intercourse.
Yes.
It's clear that this is not Miss Winning, but since we can't see a face, I can't tell if this is Mr. Stoltz.
Oh.
Mr. Stoltz, is this you in the video?
No.
Okay.
I can tell if it's him or not, but
Ron, would you show this to Mr. Stoltz, please?
Well. Woo wee.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's seen that one. That's not me.
You've seen this one.
She's seen, because she thought that was me at first, too.
yeah, that's for us.
Okay. All right. Woo wee.
Thank you, Mr. Evans.
Thank you.
Yeah. To further investigate this case, Mr. Stoltz was ordered to undergo a polygraph examination, and we have those results. Ron, please escort our polygraph examiner, Mr. Kendall Scholl, into the courtroom.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
You gave Mr. Stoltz a polygraph test,
Yes, Your Honor.
and we have the results of those questions. Is that correct?
Yes, we do, Your Honor.
All right. The first question. Since your girlfriend's pregnancy, have you had intercourse with the ex-girlfriend who sent pictures to your Facebook Messenger? What was his response?
He said no.
What did the polygraph determine?
The polygraph determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
Ms. Winning, you're kind of looking away. What's going through your mind?
Because I blamed him for it. I blamed him for that, and he's being honest, and I feel bad.
We have one other question.
Okay.
Mr. Stoltz was asked, since your girlfriend's pregnancy, have you ever had intercourse with anyone other than her? What was his response to that question?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
You said you were feeling terrible because you've been accusing him of these things. Tell him what he needs to know right now.
I'm sorry, and I'm never gonna question you again.
Well, that's good. I appreciate it.
You all can touch. Go ahead.
I love you, baby.
You all are engaged. You met at a house party, but now your house is in complete disarray because of allegations of cheating. Mr. Hall, tell me why you brought your case.
Well, I have a lot of suspicions that she's been cheating on me for, I would think, for about a year.
And if you find out she is cheating, what's going to happen with your relationship?
I think the best thing to do is to separate.
So you're going to be done?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Rossignol, why are you here?
First of all, let me just back this train on up just a little bit,
All
okay?
right.
Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, beep, beep, beep is right. Every day for the past entire year, I have been accused nonstop. You know the definition of insanity? It's literally asking the same question over and over and over again, expecting a different result. As soon as I hit the door at the house, it's, have you been alone? Have you used the bathroom at my mom's house? I can't use the bathroom by myself. You know,
So you've been living like this for a year?
A year of being
I think
constantly...
that's its own insanity right there.
Right, right.
So since you've been living that way, what are you here to prove today?
That I am not cheating on him and that I love him.
And you still love him in spite of all this?
Despite everything. I love him to death. I would give my last breath for him. You know?
I hear the pain that you've been going through in your voice. Tell him about that.
I'm so sick of it. I can't deal with it anymore. I can't deal with constantly being accused of sleeping with everyone every day. I go to work for us. I come home for us. You know, I do dishes, I cook, I clean. I take care of the animals. I take care of you. I do your laundry. I do everything for you. And it hurts my heart that you constantly hurt me.
Color, what we have here is complete turmoil. She is in her feelings and hurt because he's accusing her. And he's saying, I don't want to do it, but I can't help myself. I got all these signs, and I can't help but ask you over and over and over again the same question.
Yeah, I get that. Let me ask this. What was it like in the beginning when you two met?
Man, it was great. You know, we met at a party. We hit it off. You know, I was looking at her from the room away, like, dang, she's beautiful. And we were
Were you scared to go over? Or you just stepped right to her?
I stepped right to her.
Oh, look at that.
That's how you do it. I just stepped right to her.
And look at the smile to go with it.
Yeah.
But and we hit it off. A few months later, we moved in with each other, and
And once you got to know her, what did you like about her?
she's my angel, man. She made my life better. I didn't have nothing. I didn't have my own house. I didn't have my own car. I didn't even have a license. I didn't even have a job. She literally made me do everything. I've got my own house now. I got my own car. She's
made you a better man.
got my own job, yeah.
So, Ms. Rossignol, you saw something across the hall, across the way. What did you see?
His smile. The way he smiled, the way the lights twinkled in his eyes, you know, it's kind of like a little fairy tale at first, you know? It really was. I fell completely in love with him, completely, from the get-go. You know, I was 3 hours away doing a phone relationship.
So it was a long-distance relationship.
Yes, it was. And he definitely, you know, I moved in. He definitely got me.
So what was it like when he asked you to marry him?
Magical.
Tell me about that.
I was begging him, you know, I like this ring. I want this ring. You know, just showing him pictures of rings, kind of throwing hints like.
So
those aren't hints,
Yeah.
baby. That's like a rock.
Yeah. So that loud noise he was hearing was all those hints being dropped. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
And Mr. Hall, you thought you'd found exactly what you were looking for.
Oh, yes, sir.
But now you believe your future wife is cheating on you.
Yes, sir.
Tell me why.
We were sitting there. She was doing dishes and cooking, and I was browning some meat. And her phone rings, and I pick it up, and I'm like, hello, and there's some dude I've never heard before, never met, you know, and he proceeds to tell me how he's doing all these things to my old lady and how, and
Doing what kind of things to your old lady?
sexual intercourse, you know. Your old lady is
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And,
I appreciate you being
Yeah.
respectful. I do.
Oral activity.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. And I was shocked. You know, I didn't believe him. I called him on his and until he started describing the inside of my house. And like, cause I said,
Describing it how?
you, dude. And he says, I know how your bathroom looks. He started describing my living room, my bathroom, my laundry room, my front porch. When I was looking at her, like, how does he have your number, and how does he know all this?
Well,
Who was this calling, and why is this person able to describe in great detail the inside of your house, let alone the sexual activity with you? Who is this person?
This is actually some dude that is mutual friends with Zachary. Well, his mama takes people in, like takes care of them when they're homeless, when they don't have food, when they don't have anything. She takes care of them. That's the kind of woman she is. So she's brought these people in here that know exactly how this house is.
So you're saying that the people in question, that it wasn't because they were with you, sleeping with you,
Yes.
it's because they've been to the house because of him,
Yes.
or because they know his mother.
Yes.
And Ms. Rossignol, you deny
Yes.
that you had any kind of sexual
I have
activity?
no idea. No idea.
Mr. Hall, is there anybody in particular you believe that she's cheating with?
I mean, I got messages from exes like, hey, beautiful, how's your morning?
So where did you find these messages?
On her phone.
So they're talking badly about you in the messages?
Bad.
And this is her ex she's talking to?
Yes.
So she is going to her ex, talking badly about her current boyfriend, which is you.
Yeah, and we were just split up at the time.
And you submitted to the court your recollection of what you saw. Hey, beautiful, how was your day? Why are you with him? You can do so much better. He's not good enough for you.
Stuff like that.
When you saw this, what went through your mind?
Ow.
Ms. Rossignol, why would you do that?
I'm really getting fed up right now. This man has had lists of girls he has told he cares
But
more
we're not
and
here
more.
about him. We're here about you. And my question to you is, why were you contacting your ex and talking about your fiance to him? That's the question.
Because he talks to me like crap to my face, calls me a whore, calls me fat, calls me names constantly.
All right, Mr. Hall, are you calling her fat?
I said that out of anger, and I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I've never meant them horrible words. People say things they don't mean all the time.
Well, okay, look.
But I really don't mean that.
Mr. Hall, here's the thing. You cannot say things to your wife, to your future wife, to your girlfriend that you can't take back. When you say those kinds of things, they're hurtful.
Yes,
now,
sir.
we've been together a long time, over 35, almost 36 years. And one of the rules that we have is we never call each other out of our names. I never called her a B word or any other kind of word. You see I'm sitting here, right?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I never called her anything like that because I wouldn't be sitting here.
Yeah.
But you cannot do that. You've got to treat her like the queen she is. If you want this woman to be your wife, so Mr. Hall, do you have any other reasons why you believe your girlfriend is cheating on you?
Yeah, I got a diagram I can show you.
Okay.
Okay, would you step to the diagram, please?
Yes, sir.
All right, tell us what we're looking at.
All right, this is a diagram of our old house.
Okay.
And, you know, we were split up for about maybe a few days, and I wanted to come apologize and get back together and just say how much I'm sorry. I step on the porch, I hear movement, I look in the window,
Okay.
I see the curtain, and it flings, you know what I'm saying? I see it fling. So I'm like, oh, hell no. So I kick the door in, and
Just kick the door.
I kick the door in, I run in, and I'm running this way, and boom, here she is, right here, and here I am, and she's like, trying to, like, it looks like trying to block me, but I'm not thinking about this room, you know? This room I'm not thinking about. So I shoot this way, you know, thinking of old boys in there, he's gonna run through the back in all the woods. That's what I would do. I've done some stupid stuff myself. But
So you run past her.
run past her to the back door over here, back porch. So I looked all back here, so I come back around to the front, and then I see this white little Toyota pull off on the side of the street.
Now, was it just
Okay.
pulling off like somebody was going to work or pulling off like somebody's getting out of there?
Pulling off like somebody's getting out of there off the side of the street.
Okay. So it wasn't parked in front of your house, it was parked on the side street.
Of course, yeah, I wouldn't park in front of my house either. And this window right here that I think, oh, buddy, they were in here. Oh, keep in mind, all she had on was panties. As I was coming in there.
Correction, panties and a t-shirt because there was only one AC. It was the middle of summer. You're kidding.
Okay. But,
Did you ever see the guy in or on the house property?
No, ma'am, I was going everywhere. And then,
Checking out.
But she's standing there in her underwear.
Yeah.
All right, so what did she do when you kicked the door in? Because I know I would have been jumping like, what?
Yeah, I was fed up with it all. I had broken up with him. I paid for everything for this house. You know, this house was mine. So all of a sudden I hear this bang, bang, you know? And I look out the bathroom and here he comes running down the hallway. So I body slam him against the hallway.
You okay?
Kind of check block him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's going crazy. Like, why are you in my house? First of all, I just broke up with you. Anyways, so he starts screaming at me saying that there's this dude in the back bedroom next to the bathroom and I'm blocking the door and he's running out the back porch looking underneath the house, you know, in the woods. I mean, going to the extreme.
So you're convinced that she was cheating?
Yeah.
And you're convinced that it was the guy in the Toyota?
Yeah, white Toyota.
Well, Ms. Rossignol, I see you brought a witness with you.
Yes, I have.
Okay, ma'am, would you stand, please? All right, and for the court record, tell us your name, please.
My name is Leanne Dingler, and I'm Zach's mother.
You're Mr. Hall's mother.
Yes.
You're Mr. Hall's mother, but you're here as a witness for Ms. Rossignol.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's unexpected.
Tell us what you know about this relationship.
It's been a mess for a long time. They've been at each other for a long time about this cheating thing. Is Jordan cheating? No, she's not cheating.
That was what I was
She is always with either me, another family member, or with Zach. She doesn't have an opportunity to cheat. And I've tried to get him to think about it sensibly. You know, if you just think about it sensibly, there's no room to cheat. But I mean, he's got to know. He's got to know that, you know, so even though you're my son, you've got to get your stuff together. You've got a good girl, and she's not going to be here forever if you keep doing this to her.
All right, thank you, Ms. Dingler. You can,
Thank you so much.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, I think we have enough testimony, love.
All right, what we got? Talk to me.
Okay, Mr. Hall claims he received a phone call from an unknown man claiming that Ms. Rossignol is in fact having sex with other guys. He found text messages between her and her ex downplaying him. And then Mr. Hall claims he caught her. He caught Ms. Rossignol helping her lover get out of the house.
Right, and she denies all of that.
She denies all of it.
So Mr. Hall said if he finds out that she's cheating, then the relationship is going to be over.
That's right.
Right. Well, this court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court will call licensed polygraph examiner and former special agent to the FBI, Kendall Scholl, to determine, is she cheating? Now, please escort Mr. Scholl into the courtroom.
Kendall Scholl. We're going to go over to the witness stand.
How are you, sir?
Great, Your Honor. How are you?
We're good.
It's good to see you, sir.
Good to see you, sir.
You conducted a polygraph examination of Ms. Rossignol, is that correct?
I did, Your Honor.
You asked Ms. Rossignol, on the day Mr. Hall found you at home in your underwear, did you have physical sexual contact with another person? What was her response to that question?
She said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that she was being... The lie detector determined that she was being truthful, Your Honor.
All right. You asked Ms. Rossignol, since you moved in with Mr. Hall, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than Mr. Hall? What was her response?
She said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that she was being truthful, Your Honor.
I see the tears in your eyes. What do those represent?
Sorry.
It's okay. I just don't want to hear no more accusations, no more nothing.
You won't.
I went to this extreme. I don't want to hear it no more.
Mr. Cutler?
Yes.
You know, we got kids their age.
Yes.
I want you to talk to him like you would talk to one of ours about this behavior.
You all are just starting out in your relationship. This should be the best time of your lives. This is not a time for false accusations or you're being insecure about her cheating. This is a time where you need to cherish her and make her feel like she wants to spend the rest of her life with you and you want to spend the rest of your life with her.
And Ms. Rossignol, it sounds like you have been trying to do the things that you should do to make this relationship work.
I have.
But there are a couple things that we
I need to work on.
You need to work on.
Yes, I completely understand.